arithmetic expression tree is nothing. You know about binary tree, normally it will have a left and right child. If it is not having a left child, we'll be giving it as null. Otherwise, it will be having some few branches. So building an expression tree is nothing but how you evaluate an postfix expression. Evaluating postfix expression, what you will do, you will push the operand into the stack, and when you see the operator, you will pop it and you will apply the operator between both, and you will update with the answer in the stack. Same thing you are going to give it here also. So the expression is given AB plus F minus CD into E plus slash. So if the expression is given, how we are going to form it into a tree structure? So first I have built up a stack. You can see over here a stack. Now what happens is initially is A and B. So when it is an operand, I told you I'll push like a tree model itself. Don't push A and B inside. You can draw it as a tree model, like around a circle. Give a circle, put A and B. So AB. So AB is inside the stack. Now see here a plus comes. So when a plus comes, you can see it is an operator now. So what happens is pop this B and A outside. So when this B and A outside, when it comes, now a plus should be applied between A and B. So A will be here, B is here, means now when operator comes, so a plus should be here. So here that will be a left child, this will be a right child. So when you look into the next diagram, you can see this 2 is popped, and here I am applying in the bottom stack plus operator. A and B is here. Okay, now next comes F. When F comes, I'll push it inside the next top point. Then comes minus. So what I will do, I will pop this both, and minus will be applied between F and plus. That is here it will be applied. So minus will be applied here. In this position, minus will be there. That is the meaning. So this will be my left child. This will be my right child. So that's what I'll be popping, and minus will be applied. So you can see here, minus is applied. Then comes C. So C will be there. Then comes D also, because next one is D. So D also applied. Then you see an into comes. So into, when into comes, I will pop this both only. This will remain as it. So this both will be popped, and what happens is into will be between these two. That means here it will come in this box, it will come in this top one, because popping, if this two happens, next I have to upload in this box only. So into will be applied between C and D. So you can see here into between C and D. So now this is one line, that is this is one child, this is one child. Now E comes. So E will be now happening in here, because E is not an operator. So I'll push E over here. So E is being here. Now plus comes. Now what happens? Plus will be here between this both. So plus should be between this both. That is for E and this side plus. Then a slash comes. So when a plus comes, what happens? This will take the role over here only. So next, this whole will become my left child, and this whole will become my right child. So when a slash comes, that will be applied between this both only. So when a slash comes, that will be applied between this both. Okay, after that nothing is there. So this is my child. So slash, my left, right, then again my left, right, my left, this side. So once again I'll tell you, listen carefully. So AB is the expression. So AB is added in the, A is in the top, then top plus 1, B is there. So top is here now. Now when plus comes, both will be popped, and that will be applied to this line alone. So plus comes, A is B. Now again F comes. So when an F comes, F will be in this second, because we know that in the topmost stack F is applied. We should see the animation. Now C comes. C will be applied here. Now D will be applied here. But next C comes means E will move in the upper stack. But now one into comes. So into means the topmost two will be popped out, and into is applied between them. So into is applied between C and D. Now E comes. E is being applied. Then F comes when F, not F, plus. When plus comes, it will be applied between. E will be acting as my right child. and plus will be acting as my left child. So that is plus will be applied between the top two. Now, now a slash comes. So when a slash comes, already plus is there here. Plus and minus will hold the parent of slash as the parent. Clear now? This is your expression tree. So when an expression tree is asked, you can solve it by using this stack. So this is an example given. You can practice it later. Now the very important topic is tree traversal. So tree traversal is nothing. It's a very important topic also, and it is a problematic topic also. There are many kind of tree traversal. Searching the tree, entire tree through left, right, and root. And mostly this has to be done recursively only. Recursion only will be applied here. So since a binary tree normally has 3 parts, I can tell you that I have 6 possible ways. Okay, so I can travel like root left right, or left root right, or left right root, or root right left. So all the 6 possibles are here. I can travel in any way, but practically here we are going to see only about 3 types of, always only these 3 types of traversals will be taken. The 3 types of traversals are called as pre-order traversal, in-order traversal, post-order traversal. Only these 3 are important. Additionally, level order I will tell you what it is. So pre-order, in-order, post-order. These 3 are only taking into part of your tree traversal methods itself. From the name pre-order, pre, in, post. The meaning is pre means always root will be as the first. You have to visit the root first, then visit the left child, right child. Left, right will be in order. You have to always go with root, left, right. If you're going for in order, root will come in the middle. And if you're going for post order, root will go at the last. LR will follow the same rule. Left will be first or then right. So in your pre-order, it will be root, left, right. This is what you have to keep it in mind. You have to first visit the root, then traverse the left tree, then traverse the right tree. So this is the one which you want to give it as the code. That is, if you want to print this is a function name, and node all you have to initially allocate and everything. So if node is equal to null, that is if your root is, or your root, whatever, here it is called it as node means root only are given. So anything, if it is null, you have to tree. Otherwise, you can mention this as tree also, or else node, whatever it is. Root is data here. The name given for root is data, and left child, right child. So root is here mentioned as data. So if node is equal to null, that means your tree is null. Normally we'll check for linked list, right? If your entire linked list is null, you cannot do any operations. Similarly, if your node is null, you return. Otherwise, go and first print the root, then print the pre-order, that is pre-order of left child. If the left is again acting as a root, then again you have to see its left. Then again, after all the left is over, only you will go to the right. So this I will tell you by means of example, then only you will be clear. This is a very simple tree first I have taken. Simple tree I have taken is A child is there, A is a root, B and C are the child. So as per this pre-order, keep it in mind, root is the first one, then left child, then my right child. Okay, so here the root is first A, so A will be printed first, then I have a left, B will be printed, then I will be going to the right. This is how in pre-order it happens. Since it is a very simple tree, it is very easy. I will take one more tree. See here, if I take this tree, first I will go with the root node, because keep this in mind, root, left, then right. Okay, so root, so A will be my first root. Okay, because A will be printed initially, then it has a left child. Now only recursion happen. You see here, it has a left. So actually A's left is only B. but B is now the root now. It will act as a root now. So again, when it comes to recursion part, again it will go to D. Now D is the root now. Now its child. So this is how it actually what it happens. Root, if it has a root, it will go here. But anyway, always the root is printed first, right? So what it will do, A is printed, then it will come to the B, and B is only printed first because it is root. It is acting as a root. When B is taken as a root, next listen, if the tree is ended up with B, then I can go to C. But the tree has sub branches, that is subtree, it has subtree. So what it will do is, when this is taken as a root or A is left, it is printed. Since it is root first, it is printed. But it has another left child D. When it takes D, it will print the D, and finally, now only it will go to see its left child. Now listen very carefully now. D will be taken. So D, when D is taken, see A is the main root, B is its subtree, and B subtree is D. And left is only first process, root followed by left. So root A, then when it comes to the left, B, it will take it as a left tree itself, left subtree. But in this left subtree, in this left subtree of A, B is the root. So B will be printed. Then it will take its left. But in this left, this will become its left. Okay. In that, D is the root. So D is printed. Now it has only one child, G. So it now only it is going to process this left itself. Now left is printed, G. Next right will be printed, H. Now this is over now. This will return. That is what recursion. It will come here, B. Then it will take this as a whole subtree. Then again this as again a subtree. So when this entire tree is taken, this will be acting as your recursion part. Again, this will be acting as your second recursion. So recursively, it is calling again and again to itself. So now H.
Ma'am.
Now see here. Yeah.
Ma'am, but how will we understand like which part is a complete root, or if it has both the left or right?
No, it will traverse, Mama. From B, it will see using
no,
a pointer.
If you're given the written part, we are not given a diagram. Like here, how E only has the one root. So how will we understand that? And like A is only of B and C. So
what I couldn't get you. I couldn't get you.
I mean, A only has two roots, B and C, but because each
so
of
when
them
wait, when B is being taken, it will be checked whether it is having a left child and a right child. Because initially, when you create a tree, you will be having a left and right child, right? So it will see whether it is having left and right. Then once again, when it comes,
that
yes.
Understood. But if you're given the written part, not the diagram, like just assume the answer that we'll get from this. How can we get it that okay, like the ABD B is the root of this and then that, and how will we understand, man? Because like some places are there that only has one child, not two childs. Like F has only J, E has only I. That will be quite confusing, right?
Not confusing, ma. First you listen this pre-order traversal. After listening, you will be knowing about the code. First you understand the traversal first. Okay. That example you understand it first. Once you understand the example only, you will be knowing how it happens in your code. Okay. So that's what first I'm making you to understand the example. Follow that, I will tell you about the code. Okay. So A, B, D, G. Okay, it has come to this part. Now what happens? Now it will check for G also now, whether it has a left and right child. But G does not have a left and right child. It will be pointed to null. In that case only, it will go again to the right node itself, because now D is printed and it knows that root has been taken. G's left is also taken. Now only it will come to H. When it comes to H also, it will see whether it has left and right. If it is not having left and right only, it will print the H itself. Okay. Now this part will be over and now it will come to the B. Now again recursion, as per recursion, your program will now go to this part. When it comes to this part, it will now what is assumed is my entire left is over now. So now my right has to be processed, right? Considering this B subtree, my entire left is over. Recursion is over, recursion part. I have to come to the right part now. When I come to the right part, it will see E. So now it will print the E also, because it will act as the parent node and right node, as well as it will check whether E has left and right. No left for E. So after E is printed, it will be print the I. I will be printed now because it has no left. Now see, the entire A's left is completely over now. So it will return. Completely it is over. And now root is processed. Left completely is processed. Now it will come to this right side. When it when it comes to the right side, it will come to C first and check, and it will print the C also, because C is the root node, always getting printed first. Now it will check whether it has a left and right. Now F, that is left is there. So F also will be printed. Now what happens is F is again having, it is acting as a root node now for J. So what will happen? It is having a root subchild. It is having a child otherwise. Subtree, it is having a C is having this C subtree is this, it is having a child. So but no left, only right. So this is how you so now I show you another example where with the coding animation happens. You look that very carefully, because I think so this is for expression tree, same as your previous. So this is for the same glance like your previous. Now see this example, ma. See this example very carefully now. Based upon the steps, it will move. Now see here. First A is taken, root node, right tree of data. It has printed A. Now what, it will go to the left, B. When it goes to the B left, what will happen is pre-order. Each time the algorithm pre-order left, it will go there and check whether the particular B, when it comes to B itself, it will check whether B is having left child and right child. That is the meaning. Once B is having left and right child, B will be printed, because as per your pre-order traversal, your what is that? Your root has to be first printed. The root will be first traversed, then L will be, that is left child, then right child. So when it comes to A, this whole part will be taken as your left child. But when it takes as a left child, immediate B only will be checked whether it is having a left and right. Once it is having left and right, for this subtree, this is the root. So B will be next printed. Okay. Now when B is next printed, it will come to next D only, because next left only has to be taken. Now B is taking the data part. Data here means root. So now D is taken. So what happens? Now when it comes to D, once again it will check whether it has a left and right child. It has. So now D will be the root of G and H. So what happens? That is what this circle. Now this is again a left child of D, right? So D will be printed now. Now again, it data is printed, means next it has to check whether any left is there. Yes, G is left is there, but it has no left and right child. So now as per your recursion algorithm, the root is processed. For this subtree alone, I'm talking about this alone. I'm talking about DGH alone. Data, this is what called as recursion. Recursively, a function that calls itself. See, if you do not know about recursion, you have to learn more about recursion, because binary tree traversal is about recursion in depth. A is the whole tree, it comes B, it will again act as a tree. Now again when it comes to D, it will act as a tree. Again when it comes to D, it will act as a tree. When it comes to G only, it will know that it is null, and it will inform that, it will understand that your algorithm understand that your G has no left and right child. So according to the algorithm, D is processed, that is D is printed, because data root is printed, left is printed. Now your right has to be printed. So H will be, now when it comes to H, okay, it will come to move to H. Your H again is, it will check whether it is having a left and right child. It is having a left right child, but anyway pre-order traversal will print the root only first, so H only will be printed next. Then when it comes to this child, you know that there is no left, only right is there, so you see here right only will be printed. Now as per A, your whole left is processed. This is only, now whole left is recursively processed again and again until the tree is not having any more child. Now what happens, you have to come to the right node. That is what it is in red line. So now when you come to right, here another one I forgot to tell you. See, listen here, in this child, listen, this has been printed. Now you see for B, the entire left is being processed now. Entire left is over for B. So when it comes to B, entire left is processed. Now it will see that E is not at all printed. You have a E node there. B is having a E node there, right node, which is not visited till now. So now E will be printed. So now look into this. A is taken as the first one. It will check it as left and right. So next is, it has to, as per entire tree, B is the left node of A. So it will come to B. When it visits B, B is again having a left and right. But as per your algorithm, B root will be processed first. So B is processed. Then it will come to D, left child of B's subtree. When it comes to D, it knows that it has again a child G and H. But D is the child parent of G and H, so D will be taken. Then it will come to G. When it comes to its left, G is already having, it's not having any more child. So G will be ended up. Your algorithm will end here. And now it will start to process. It will go back to D and it will find that left is processed, root and left is processed. It will come to H. When it comes to its right child, again it is a parent of L. So first root will be printed, that is your H will be printed and it will find L. Now it will return back. It will go back, go to D and it will find out. That is when it is returning, I told you, no, it is stack process. It will get popped. So still if you want to understand more about recursion, I have given you in stack an animation video of stack factorial program. You can see there, when it is visiting, it will enter. When it is returning, the stack will be popped. It will be popped and evaluated. So that is what will happen here also. So here it will return and it will go to B. When it comes to B, it will know that all its left is processed and only the right side E is left out. So E will be taken out. So now when it goes to B again, it knows that all the left and right are processed. Now it will go to A. The entire left tree is processed now. Now it will come to its right. When it comes to its right child, it knows that C. But when it visits C, it will know that it is having a right child, no left child, right child. So first it will print C only, because data only will be root only. As per pre-order, root will be printed first. But this will differ for in-order and post-order. That after that we will see. Now only consider about your pre-order alone. So root is now printed C. But again, now it will see that whether it is having a left child, no left child for C. So it will come to the right, F. When it comes to F, it will check whether the algorithm will check it has a left and right child. So what will happen is F is there. Now it will, F is the root node of I and J. So F will be taken. Now it will go and see it has a left child, because next is left only. So left I. When it sees the left child, it will again see whether there are any more nodes to the left and right of I. No more nodes. So it will come to F. It will return. When it is returns only, it will print actually. I will be printed. Now F will be having a right node. So J will be taken. When J is taken, it will find out whether there is left and right. So it has a left JK. So this is what your